உன்னோடு நான் இருந்த ஒவ்வொரு மணித்துளியும் மரணப்படுக்கையிலும் மறக்காது கண்மணியே. 90 நிமிடங்கள் தொட்டணைத்த காலம்தான் 800 ஆண்டுகளாய் இதயத்தில் கனக்குதடி. What is an idea of home? Every people say, Tamil, Malayalam, Telugu, Hindi, I act everywhere. Every state calls me my own man. Kerala போகும்போது என் ஆளு, தமிழ்ல என்ன நம்ம ஆளு இவரு, பிரகாஷ் ராஜ் இல்ல நம்ம ஆளு, கன்னடா says our man. கர்நாடகாலன்னு போயிட்டு அங்கே பெரிய பேர் எடுத்தாரு, made a name. I asked me, where is your home? I said, home is within. Wherever I am, it is home. So I had a small dream because we were in a 1-bedroom house. So I wanted a home. The concept of home for me was I like sea. I wanted to stay by the sea, go sit in the morning. I want to go next to a river. I want to be in the valleys. I want to be in the forest. So when I was earning, I did not make properties in the city. So I saw a river here. So when I'm here, I'm next to a river. When I'm in Chennai shooting, then I'm next to the sea and the story of the fishermen's there and the fish which I like. Then when I go to this thing, I took a small farm in Kodaikanal. And there I go and sit in the valley. Avada enda thotam unna thotam solla matta. Yang kaadu, un kaadu. There are elephants, there are bisons there. There are deers there. And peacocks follow me everywhere. Then I took a small farm next to an urban forest in Hyderabad. So I sit there with the trees. And this, when you came, what you see, this was just a dry, abused land with only sugarcane. There sugarcane fields. So I came and I made levels. And then I let it grow. So now there's a greenhouse. It's just in 4 years it has become something like this.
In water management,
water now there is a river flowing, and in Karnataka, in Mysore Prantham, there is a dam. The dam land they leave it to the farmers. So I looked at the river in the quality, how to make it flow in my farm. So we did 2 farm ponds. I made it 2 level of farm ponds. So whenever we pump in water from the river, after watering all the plants, it comes through that and comes and fills here. This fill agumbo, it will come here. Even it will go, and from there it will go back to the river. Dam water modana. So there is fishes here. In the early morning, you see the birds will come. See, this round you will not see mosquitoes because there are fishes. They keep it clean. So you let life be the way it is, and that's my concept of home. Mother is a very important person. She is now 84, and she is forgetting things. I'm sitting with her to find one of her recipes of her sambar powder. That's 60% kitchen. Other things I continue, but if she leaves, I want that sambar powder to be. But now I'm sitting and talking to her. She is 84 and she is forgetting. She's not telling me the recipe. She's holding it very close to her. Is that I not a fight? But when I look at her, she was an orphan at the age of 12. And she had 3 sisters and 1 brother. And the father could not look after. So she was in divine providence Anathashramam in Belgaum. And those 3 girls grew up and they could not go. She tells her stories that she could not go back to the village because there they were always ready to abuse because motherless children. And her younger brother and another sister were in Dharwad or Hubli in another place. Now she has struggled. She became a nurse. 2 other people became teachers because of the education system given them. She came to Bangalore and there, it was like 60s, they had migrated to a distant city.
കല്യാണം കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട്
Bangalore. When she was 25, she came and she was as a nurse and she met my father, who had left his village, trying to find something, and I was born. So I say them that I'm rootless, born but. But when I see her as a nurse, when she was doing her only, see, she's a Christian. I don't believe in God. I mean, I don't have time for that. But she is that and she believes. I remember when I was 11 years old, she praying with a candle and saying, and fighting with God. Tomorrow, if you don't get me money for pay my children's fees, then I will not put a candle to you. And next day morning, she would get some job and she will again put a candle and say, thank you. When I got my first national award, I went and told her I got the national award. She said, I prayed for it. She doesn't say it. It is always thanking somebody. She did not do literature. She did not do poetry. She did not think like me. But the influence of my mother.
അമ്മ ഭയങ്കര ഒരു ദാനശീലമുള്ള ഒരാളാണെന്ന്.
Because that is what she is. Because they asked me, Prakash, what is money to you? I said, I have never seen anything cheaper than money. It has no, what is your richness? When I was small, I remember, யாராவது ஒரு 200 rupees, 300 rupees அம்மா கிட்ட கேட்கும்போது, if she did not have, she used to remove one of her earrings and give. Me and my sister, young people, we used to go to a Marwadi shop, give it 300 rupees, they would take the interest, give that pink slip. I used to come with a pink slip and she used to give them and send. My father, I remember, once scolded her. What is this? உன்கிட்ட இல்ல வீட்டில். Why are you giving? She said, என்கிட்ட இல்ல, but the person will not get a loan. If I ask, they will give me a loan. After a month, he will pay. Otherwise, I'll work and clear.
തിരിച്ചു തരുമായിരുന്നു ആൾക്കാർ.
Some people used to give. So the point is, when you give no. And she always tells now, if I'm doing some village adoption or something, son, give. More you give, you will get. And I'm seeing that magic happening.
എനിക്ക് സാറിനോട് ചോദിക്കാനുള്ള വേറൊരു കാര്യം, നമ്മൾക്കൊരു ആസ് എൻ ആക്ടർ, ആസ് എ ബിസി മാൻ, ആസ് എ വെരി ബിസി ഓൺട്രപ്രണർ, ഐ ഷുഡ് സേ, മെയിൻറ്റെയിനിങ് ഓൾ ദീസ് തിങ്സ്. സോ അതിൻ്റെ ഇടയിൽ interpersonal relationships to the close people in your life, like അതിനൊരു ഡെഫിനിഷൻ എങ്ങനെ കൊടുക്കാൻ പറ്റും?
They are also part of my life. So my wife, my 2 daughters, my son, my first wife, my sister, my friends. See, they say, Prakash, are you very busy? How do you find time? ഞാൻ പറയും, busiest man on this earth is the one who has little more time. Prioritize ആവണല്ലേ. See, I am a traveler, I move. So my wife understands it. She sit and talk. So I can't live without them for more than 3-4 days. Appo, they travel where I am. Or I'm here, then I'll take a night flight, go sit, spend time and come. I have time for my son, his questions, his breakfasts, his lunches. I have time. I have time to think about my sister. I have time to find the sambar recipe from my mother. Nobody misses me. At the same time, I have to live a life too. And I say, this is my life. I am not the regular, you can't see me always morning and evening in the house. No, I can't do it. I am everywhere. And if you stop me from flowing, you'll see a different man. So how do you negotiate it? How do you talk to them? How do you spend? How do you make them feel important? Now, sometimes, you need not be with everybody all the time. Presence or omnipresence undallo. My daughter will be studying somewhere for 1 year in London. Avadannu phone varum. She knows daddy is somewhere there. And we talk. So you give them space. Everybody cannot sit together. But the point is, the relationship is giving them the feel that you are not neglected. You're not neglected. And if my son has to grow, me being an actor, me being so busy that 15 days he will not see me, that is his reality. Adana ayalinte reality. So he will negotiate with his life with that. I lived a life where I never saw my father. 3 months once he'll come, 6 months once will come. But I grew up.
It's not a detachment.
Detachment because poor fellow, he was not an intelligent, he was an intelligent man, but he was a lazy man. My mother only did earning. Ayalake kudikinum, irukunum, for 6 months he will go off and he'll come. He has never brought me anything. So I can't hate him. Pavam, pavapetta
ഒരു
manushan.
മിസ്സിംഗ് ഫാദർ എഫക്റ്റ് ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുണ്ടോ?
Missing father, why without that, see, ayalunde. So I did not learn being irresponsible from him. I learned how a man should not be from him. Adu oru lesson illa. Yes, but I have lived with that reality. I have lost a son, who was 5.5 years old. So I was in Dubai and my son was climbing up. And suddenly, I have not told him. So he has Googled somewhere. He is 7.5, 8 he was, now he is going to be 9. Daddy, did you have a son? What was his name? Sidhu? I said, yes, my son. What happened to him, Daddy? I said, son, he was playing kite and he fell down and got hurt and I could not save him. Oh, that is why when I climb trees, you are worried. So that is his reality.
He's understanding it.
He is understanding. Is Pooja and Meghna's mother different from my mother? Yes. My wife says, no, you have to tell him, he will find it. So you should be very honest with your relationships, what you are, and they will negotiate and get out of it. The point is you should have conversations with your relationships.
How old were your girls when...
So my elder daughter was around 15, my younger daughter was just 2.5. So I had to separate from my first wife. Then I separated, then I wanted somebody in my life, then Pony came into my life. Oh, how do I deal with it? I called my elder daughter. My mother and my sister. And I told them, see, I want to get married again. And this is the person. And meet her for some time and then tell me. And then I told her I have to take permission from these 3 people. After a week or 2 weeks of meeting her, my elder daughter said, Dad, go ahead.
they were happy for
They
it?
were happy. My mother was naturally happy. See, that negotiation should be there. So I went to her house and I told her parents, I want to talk to you. I come with a baggage of 2 daughters. I'm a divorced man. I'm in love with your daughter and she loves me. I know you want somebody like this, but I want the family. And say, Idana, sit and talk it out. Sit with relationships. Everybody will negotiate.
അമ്മയിൽ നിന്ന് വേർപിരിയണം അത് സംസാരിച്ചിരുന്നു ആ ഒരു കാര്യം
I talked to her. My children have not divorced my first wife.
they are still...
My mother has not, she's a daughter-in-law only.
Yeah.
My friends who are common friends, friend only. It is me and her decision, that's all. Not the world. World stays. The 2 daughters come here. My wife talks to her and about her, their education, these things. When it comes to 2 daughters, they both talk together. My mother in her holiday, in her this thing, she gets 1 sari from her, 1 sari from her. Who am I to come into that relationship?
You just
See, that should be very clear in life. There is a disturbance. It is between me and her. We cannot live together. You're not hating one another.
So you separated from your first wife and you had a void gap. ആ സമയത്ത് എപ്പോഴും ഏകാന്തത അനുഭവിച്ചു ഭയങ്കര ലോൺലിനെസ്. Is that why you had another?
No.
അങ്ങനെ ഫീൽ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു?
No. I liked somebody. That is okay. See, my capacity to love doesn't stop. It is not one person, it is not one thing, it is not one tree. So it is beautiful now. It is okay. It is okay. But when the separation happened, it was painful. I cried because I had to go through this pain. Liberated.
After that, you felt better.
No, liberated. At least we spoke the truth.
Yeah.
Not for somebody's sake we are together. Now we are friends, she'll call me, Pakma, how are you? I'm going to London, I want this, take it. I'm going not so shopping, do it. And I said, why are you not getting married? She said, I have not found a guy like you. I'm fine now. So what I'm saying is, you should give a feel that you are thinking about the other person. It is not the number of time you spend, it is the quality time you spend. It is your honesty.
That's important.
And you should be you.
Yeah.
You should be you and tell them this is you. And you should also let them be them. My wife doesn't cook. I cook. We are very happy in the house. So they order. My son will say, Daddy, to not miss your sambar, come and cook sambar. But my wife is something else. She reads, she need not cook. It's okay, I will cook.
ഞങ്ങളൊക്കെ പ്രേമിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള ആൾക്കാരാണ്. ഇത് അങ്ങനെ പ്രേമിച്ച കല്യാണം കഴിച്ചാണ്. ഇതെല്ലാവരും ഹീസ് എ ബിഗ് ലവർ. ഹി സ്റ്റിൽ ലവ്സ് മെനി വുമൻ. ഓക്കെ, സോ സ്നേഹം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് വളരെ യൂണിവേഴ്സൽ ആയിട്ടുള്ള സാധനമാണ്. മാൻ നീഡ്സ് ലവ്, അല്ലേ?
No, man needs co-living. Man needs inspirations. Man needs so many rivers to flow into him in different forms. Women is not only wife, no? Women is a sister, women is a daughter, women is a friend, women is a poetess, women is a player, actor. There's so many forms of women. And with every woman there's a different relationship. Like our Abhinayam Nyanam Padam Nyan produce Sembo. I said, what, only mothers cry? Father also cries, because daughter is one relationship where unconditionally I have to love and let it go.
Yeah.
If I'm playing a flute, the music comes, does the flute have the right on the music? It has left.
Yeah.
So when I leave my daughter, I'm not going to see her anymore. That relation is gone. She was sleeping here. Now she becomes big. Now I can't think of her undergarments.
Yeah.
Suddenly the secrets which happen. Then I can't have that conversation. Then she goes into another man's life and she's gone. My daughter. Will he hurt her? I cry. So that is Abhiyum Nano. So like that, you have to be alive with so many relationships. And a friend, to have a woman friend. ഒരു വിഷയത്തെ ഞങ്ങൾ നമ്മ ഒന്ന് പുരിഞ്ചിക്കുമ്പോൾ to understand, no, there is a woman's point of view which I can't think as a woman.
Yeah.
And I need that sensitivity from a woman. I need to be, that's what I say, no, in a house, if you can understand the period cycles of your family, women in your family, you are a great man.
Yeah.
I have mother from 80 to 12, no, all women, mother, 2 daughters, wife, sister, cook, everybody, no. A man should be able to know, oh, she is little angry, must be her period cycle. Then you will start becoming a better man.
Start accommodating.
Wow. That is relationship, that is co-living, that is understanding, that is letting them feel that he understands, that he cannot shout when I'm like this. Idana our sensitive life.
ഇപ്പോൾ പ്രകാശ് രാജ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഈ എക്സ്റ്റീരിയർ അപ്പിയറൻസ് ഒന്നുണ്ട്, അതിൻ്റെ അകത്തൊരു ഹാർട്ടൊരു മനുഷ്യൻ, യങ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള മനുഷ്യനുണ്ട്. അയാളെ ഫാസിനേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു ഘടകം എന്താണ് സ്ത്രീയിൽ? വാട്ട് ഈസ് ദ ഫാക്ടർ ദാറ്റ് ഫാസിനേറ്റ്സ് യു ഇൻ എ വുമൺ?
That she is not a man, she is a woman.
Like intellect ആണോ?
Intellectual also, the way they see it, that sensitivity is the motherness in them, their touch, their hug, the way they can bear pain. They're so strong.
You've seen wonderful women around you. Yeah.
I have wonderful women who are writers. My wife is a wonderful woman. After my wife came, I have become 10 years younger because of her sheer energy.
Yeah.
An unconditional energy or Pony has, it has just come on to me. She just goes and hugs people.
How did you meet her, by the way?
We met her on a set, Vallathoru's Poi. Before that, I had done one song. Then as I was going, it was something which happened, Bell. Then it took 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and then there was something.
You opened up.
Yeah, I had to. So we were shooting somewhere in Austria. Then I asked her to come to the great love place there and went on my knees and proposed.
That's so. Okay.
It's just that. Yeah.
It's wonderful. Yeah. ജീവിതത്തെക്കുറിച്ചുള്ള സാറിൻ്റെ ഒരു വീക്ഷണം എന്താ? പർപ്പസ് ഇൻ ലൈഫ്, ആ ഒരു ആംഗിൾ.
Purpose in life, it forms as you grow. Right? When I was a child, I would have reacted accordingly. A small child, walking, not knowing where to go. Going to school, my mother used to work somewhere in Vallathoru. So I was the eldest son. My grandfather was in the homes, he couldn't cook. So he used to make rice and he used to give us 10 paisa. So walk for 3 kilometers. ഒരു ചേതന ഹോട്ടൽ ഉണ്ട് അവിടെ, സയ്യദ് കിർമാനി വീട്ടുടെ പക്ക വീട്. Then take sambar, take your children to school and come. Then when you are young, you want to do something. You want to achieve something. You are not happy where you are. But as you grow, you should behave according to age. I'll tell you, I keep telling a story of a tree. ഒരു 50 വർഷം വയസ്സ്, ഒരു 50-year-old ട്രീ പാക്കുമ്പോൾ just stand in front of it and you'll say, ഇത് 70 years ആണോ, ഇത് 100 years? You will not know. ഒരു ഗംഭീരമാ, it's standing there. Then you say how many sunrises it should have seen, how many rains it should have seen, how many birds would have come, sat there, made love, had children and gone, how many people it would have given shade. But ഒരു ആൾക്കാർക്ക് 50 ആകുമ്പോൾ, why are we not feeling that? Why do we think that he is going to cheat with his money, with his power? He is going to, may misguide me. Why don't you become a tree which doesn't move at all, which stays there, and it travels standing there because of the new stories it has heard. So that's why if you see the logo of Nirdiganta, it is actually a tree which wants to fly. Because it has been a tree and it has seen so many birds and can I fly? So I think that is the purpose of life. What do you will die anyway. I know my birth date, I know my death date. In between is mine.
Yeah.
So what is that?
Yeah.
What is your purpose? What is the meaning of life? Is to live. Is to just live. And with whatever you gain, whatever you're awake, you just keep giving back. Everything has a cycle, but everything gives back. Everything is together. Everything shares. Everything should share. I find a great philosophy with the tree. I did my first shot with Laleta. It was a long shot of walking. And I took 24 rehearsals for that. And that man walked all 24 rehearsals. Mohanlal is such an actor who's not unsure about himself. When I was young, I had exposures. I had experiences which made me what I am today. Shouldn't I give that to the next generation?